All right, guys, well, it's been about a week since I got this primer laid down. Spray gun put down a really good layer of paint, but it did have a little bit of a texture to it. Going through the boat with the 220 sponge is really smoothing it out. Then I have the 3 something over there to just give a really fine finish. So first things first, I'm gonna finish up sanding and getting the primer prepped, and then we're gonna get ready for paint. All right, last thing I need to do now is wipe the boat down with some water to get all the residual dust off. I've done the transom and a little bit here. I'll wipe this down real quick and then we'll get to painting. All right, guys, so I'm at a bit of a crossroads right now. I wasn't thrilled with how the air sprayer put down the layer of primer onto the boat. In general, it laid down pretty nicely. It was definitely even, but it wasn't as smooth as I was hoping for. And that was even after adjusting the flow rate on the paint sprayer. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out the bottom of the boat. I'll compare it to how it's been spraying. If it looks better being sprayed, I'll spray the boat. All right, so I got the paint ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and use a foam roller. This is a smooth cabinet roller. Now this is the Rustoleum Topside, the Battleship gray color. So I think what I'm gonna do is just use the brush to get some material down, and then I'm gonna smooth it out with the roller. Now a lot of people say to roll and tip. You roll it out with the roller and then you come back with your brush, and I'm doing it the exact opposite way. I have not found rolling and tipping to work well with this paint. It lays down so well on its own, but I find just getting an even layer down with the roller is more important than coming back with the light brush tip. All right, well, we're making great progress. I've gotten 80% of it done. It's laying down real smooth, but it's very thin. So I'm gonna go through, get this coat on, let it dry, come back for a second coat, and the bottom should be good. All right, well, it's been out here drying for a while. I just checked the can. It looks like I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow to put the second coat on. Got a nice finish on the front. So we're back out here the next day. I'm really digging the color. I think it's gonna match really well with the rest of the boat. All right, well, now that it's finished drying, I'm gonna go ahead and get the second coat put on. We are finally in the home stretch of this exterior painting project. We have the bottom coating on the boat complete. It's probably been a week since I got this put on. We have been in some extremely humid weather, so I wanted to give it a little bit of time to cool off before I got back out here and finish the exterior. Just like the bottom paint, I'm gonna be going with the Rustoleum Topside. We're gonna be using gloss black for the exterior. I'm gonna be doing the same method. These are the foam rollers that I've been using. They put down a very smooth finish. I'll show you guys how it actually looks. Really nice finish on there. Now for my brush, I'm just using a 3-inch chip brush. Just the one little thing I do before I paint is I just trim a straight edge along the top. That way we just get an even brush stroke. This is mainly for spreading the paint. This is not for the final finish. That's where I use the foam roller. I got this really cool foam roller kit off Amazon. I'll link it in the description. It came with a handle, a little tray to roll in, a bunch of rollers. I think it was like $8 or something like that. I've used it for 2 boats now. I like how it fits in between like the ribs and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just really worked out for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the lid off and get started. Well, here it is, guys. First coat of the black on the gray, and oh man, does it look good. The coat went on nice and smooth. There's definitely some patchy parts, but that's just the first layer, so that's pretty normal. I'm gonna come back with at least another 2 coats. You can see how smooth it's laying down. That's with the roller, man. You know, I was really considering spraying it again, trying out that sprayer. I have such consistent results with the roller, I just didn't want to risk it. This is coming out so good. I was actually able to make a really clean edge with the roller, but I think when I put my second coat on, I'm just gonna wrap it up to the tape line. That way it's just a hard edge down the side. All right, guys, well, it's the next day. This has had about 24 hours to dry. Just really checking on it for the first time. And just like the last time I used this Rustoleum Topside, it is ridiculously glossy. It's just the first coat. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the next one. I'm not gonna have you guys sit through every coat. It's really just the same process of brushing it on and then rolling it smooth. That seems to work out the best, so I'm gonna keep up with it. All right, we'll check back after I get the next coat on. Wow, this is after the second coat. I love the black and gray. This paint lays down so incredibly well. If you're gonna roll paint, this is the paint to do it. It just smooths out as soon as you smooth it out with the roller. Oh, so nice. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give it another 24 hours, throw on the third and final coat tomorrow, and we will be done with the exterior painting. All right, guys, all I can say is just wow. That nice clean edge along the line here, look at that. That came out so killer. I love that look. I just peeled off the one side of tape. Let's go check out how the other side looks. I mean, come on, just wow. Look at that. I'm so glad I brought the paint up to the tape line too. At first I was just leaving the tape line there to kind of be like a catch just in case. I will call this an absolute success. There it is. An absolute win. My goal for today is to now get this back on the trailer. That way I can start working on the inside. Really happy with the Rustoleum Topside Marine products. They've worked great for me. As you can see, they have a ridiculous gloss to them. And with a bit of help from some neighbors, I got it back on the trailer with no scratches. Just one last look. Yeah, this came out absolutely killer. All right, well, if you guys found this video helpful or you just enjoyed watching it, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to follow along the Jon Boat build and see how the rest of it turns out, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.